President William Ruto began his second-day Narok development tour, a tour that is being seen as one that was rushed to go and pacify the situation because just last week, Ruto police killed 6 people in a controversy that involved some land that has got its case pending in court. And Ruto's name was being flouted there. Residents were saying that Ruto had a hidden hand in a land that has rocked a lot of debate. Now, while there, the president's team, the State House media team, was circulating, images and videos of a president who was well received. Indeed, they were painting a picture of a consummated tour. But ladies and gentlemen, today, 2 things are coming out. There is a video circulating where William Ruto was really heckled as a result of lies. And one of the things that is coming out is that yesterday, while William Ruto was talking to the residents of Narok, he promised them that he would settle those who are evicted from Mau Forest. Because William Ruto said that he had talked to a man called Cheluget. There has been a controversy about that land between Cheluget and the people there. So William Ruto was saying that they had talked to Cheluget and they had agreed that they will buy that land so that it can be used to settle people. Now, let me tell you something. Cheluget died in 2017 on 26th June. 2017, William Ruto was the deputy president under Uhuru Kenyatta. That was their second term. And people are now wondering, when exactly did you meet Cheluget? When did you sit down with him and talk about this land?
Siku mingi. Sasa wacha mimi niwaambie. Maneno ya shamba ya Cheluget tumeita Cheluget. Tumeketi chini na yeye. Tumekubaliana. Hiyo shamba tutanunua kama serikali, alafu tugawie wale wako pale waendelee na kuishi hapo. Kuna huyo mungwana anaitwa Bwana Kibara, sasa ana take over hapa Amalo. Yeye sasa ndiye atakuwa DCC wenu wa hapa. Na kazi yako Bwana DCC, umesikia vile nimesema. Kazi yako ya kwanza nataka nijue ile mashule ambayo inahitajika madarasa katika sehemu hii, ndio nipange vile zitajengwa. Kazi yako ya pili ni kupanga shamba inaitwa Cheluget hapo pamoja na PS wangu, ndio tuhakikishe ya kwamba dunia hiyo tunanyorosha, wananchi wanaishi kwa salama. Kazi yako ya tatu ni kupanga vile hawa vijana, kuna wazee na vijana walihamishwa kutoka kule msituni. Sasa lazima tuwapange vile wataenda mtaratara sawa sawa. Tumeelewana? Na hapa hii hospitali mimi nimesema nitajengea watu, uwe unanipatia report kila wiki mahali imesonga. Ama namna gani? Tunaelewana jameni? Hapa tumeanzisha ofisi ya huyu muungwana wa DCC. Nataka nimshukuru mjumbe wenu Bwana Kitelai, ametupatia milioni 10. Bwana Kitelai, nitakuongezea milioni 30 ndio tukamilishe hiyo DCC office. Bwana Omolo hapa PS wangu wa mambo ya interior, fuatilia na upatia hawa drawing ile mzuri.
So most people feel that there is some dishonesty in what William Ruto is saying. In fact, if you listen to what the media is saying, they are really perturbed. One of the very headlines was like, residents confused as Ruto lies grow bigger. Many people feel that he was blatantly lying to them. And then, ladies and gentlemen, apart from that, there's another video where William Ruto was really heckled. Now, there are divided opinions about that video. I listened to some of the very supporters of William Ruto. They are saying that, that video is not true. Others are saying that, while there are a number of videos where William Ruto was really well received, haters are selecting, cherry picking those that he was heckled to show the world that he's not loved. But ladies and gentlemen, be that as it may, whether he was heckled or not, that video speaks for itself and you can see. My worry is only one. William Ruto has got 3 things behind his back that he must shelve off. And I want us to talk about them. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell. Please don't forget to like and share our video. Ladies and gentlemen, continue supporting Francis, a student at JKUAT University who is stranded there. We began some collections 2 days ago, and I'm handing over this money on Sunday. Please give whatever you have. We are looking at school fees, accommodation, and something to buy foodstuffs. Please give anything that you have so that we hand over this money on Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, the number one thing that William Ruto must shelve, because William Ruto is now suffering from dishonesty. There is trust deficit between Wananchi and William Samoei Ruto. If it is true that William Ruto never even met Chelugate concerning that land and is now telling people that they had talked to him, it will be very unfortunate, because land is very emotive. When you go to residents and start telling them that you talked and you want to buy that land, yet you know that you are lying, after a period of time, those people will realize that it was all about lying to them. It will be very, very difficult. William Ruto suffers from a kind of disorder, if you ask me. We've seen William Ruto launch projects, affordable housing, for example. After some times, I've seen Morara Kibasu visit the sites, and then what you see, ni nyasi in a grow up. Taxpayers' money has been used, and yet nothing is going on. But if you look at the time when those projects are being launched, you'd think that William Ruto is the best president. They are only meant to campaign for 2027. And William Ruto does not care. I've always told you, William Ruto will say anything, knowing very well that he will get away with it. In Narok, I think he went there, feeling like these people can be hoodwinked. But we're in another dispensation. We are in a dispensation where people have got access to information and they understand what is happening. So if you think you can use Nyayo era tactics to talk to people in this very century, no, it is not very easy, because people are well advanced about the information that you have. That's why squeezy, you can see someone being abducted. The moment he has been bundled into a pro box, that information is already on X, Facebook, Instagram, and it is already circulating. Unakaa pale unaharas watu, wewe ni polisi pale juu 4th floor, mtu anakaa hapo kwa story building anakushika. People have got access to information. So William Ruto is suffering from some trust deficit. People don't trust him, whatever he says. It is about perception. But it is because he has lied to people many times. It is because he even quotes Bible scriptures that are not true. In fact, people even say that William Ruto can even get to a church and he cries, shedding tears, yet he doesn't mean it. You remember how Rigathi Gachagua was saying that this man knows all the roads in our area, anaweza kuja na hata nyimbo za Kristo zile inaimbiwa kwa lugha yenu, anajua. So he's suffering from that trust deficit. Number 2, the land controversy. There's a problem. Anytime there is a controversy regarding land, you will hear Ruto's name being mentioned. And as I said, you might not even have proof that this is true. Sometimes it is just a perception. And politics is about perception. For example, the other day when 6 people were killed, there's a video there where someone was saying, Ruto ametuma watu kuninyang'anya shamba. And then when you now link it to the killings, and you say that this man would want this land so much that even when people are dying, he doesn't care. I don't know what he's going to do, but there is a way people try to link him with Mashamba. You remember he's got a nickname, Rap Mashamba, and all that. It is because people feel that he's got penchant for land. Any land that is free, you'll hear his name. You remember the Western Hotel and the land adjacent to it where kids were being tear gassed? And they were saying that the Western Hotel management wanted that land for parking or something. So even if you try to exonerate him, how do you explain policemen, throwing tear gas at students, at pupils? I mean, and they were saying haki yetu, tunataka shamba letu. So there's a way people link him to mashamba, and I don't know what he's going to do about it. Then the other thing is corruption. Anytime he's being heckled, you'll hear people say, Ruto must go, mwizi. Ruto must go, mwizi. There's a way people link Ruto to corruption. In fact, this did start today. You remember when he was still a deputy president and there was a Roran Kimwarer case. William Ruto came when there was a claim that 20 billion had been lost. Ruto said, the only money that we have lost is 7 billion only. And I remember people were asking, is 7 billion pocket change? So anytime there is a corruption case, you will hear either himself or some of these very allies are involved. Of course, those are not my words. Judge Nyoto, who was handling the Aurora and Kimwarer case, said the only reason why she dropped that case was because the institutions, independent institutions that are supposed to help Kenyans regain their money that has been lost, are the very institutions that are sabotaging the process. She, for example, singled out the office of the Director of Public Prosecution. Witnesses were not allowed to confess. Sometimes showed investigation, so there is lack of evidence, and that case just ended like that. William Ruto is on record as pardoning someone who had been jailed as a result of corruption. So whenever people heckle Mwizi, Ruto must go, then you realize that there is an element of corruption in it, and stealing, people think so. And I don't know what William Ruto should do to ensure that people no longer feel he's lying, people no longer feel that he's got some appetite for land and that he's connected to corruption. Look at the report of the Auditor General and the Control of Budget. They expose a government that is full of corruption and wastage. And that is why people always heckle William Ruto. Land is something that William Ruto must not joke around with. I don't know when he got time to talk to Cheluget, but he's saying there he talked to him and people feel this man is taking us for granted. That means Masais can no longer tell any lies.